created space, time, and matter, so he is not
How do you know
subject
that?
to space.
How do you know that?
Because
How do you know it's a he? How do you know anything about what you just said? How do you know that anything created space and time? That some being, some intelligence creates space and time? How can you have any information on that at all?
Because there has to be something that starts the
So you're assuming. So you're assuming.
causal chain of the universe.
So
No.
you're assuming. You're assuming. You're
No,
making it
that's not
hypothetical,
something. No,
and
it's
you're
not
asserting it
logical.
as fact.
No.
That's what you're doing. If
Nope.
you can't show it's
a
true,
cosmological argument. Look it up.
right? It's a really bad argument. It's
Okay.
a really bad argument.
Okay, why is it bad? Okay, give your.
There's no evidence to show it's true. It's just an argument. You can't show there's God by making some argument because it's full of assumptions. Like you're assuming that God created everything. You can't do that.
I'm assuming that there was an immovable mover.
Okay. Yeah, you're assuming that, right? We don't know. We don't have evidence. For all we know, the universe could have always been here in some form or another. We don't know.
The argument is that it is that the universe can't logically exist without.
But yeah, here it is.
Just with an infinite. That's my point.
It could have always existed in some form or another. We don't know.
Is your argument that there was not a starting point to the universe?
We don't know. We have a theory based on evidence we have, like the red ship and other things.
Mm-hmm.
We can try to say that yeah, sure, the universe could have existed, could have sprung into existence at a certain point, but it's a theory. It's based on evidence, which is why it's a theory.
Yep.
But we can't really know the exact information of how it came to be. So it's a good theory, but until we know that's. Right there, when we say a point in time that springs into existence, that's as far as our knowledge goes. We could be wrong about it. We could be right about it.
That's true.
But the universe could have existed in some form or another. For all we know, the universe could have been, quote unquote, always existing, quote unquote, eternal. We don't know. Until we have information, we shouldn't jump and assume that something created it if we don't know.
An eternal universe is logically impossible because it's like saying.
Then so is a God. Then so is a God. Then so is what made the God? Why is that? Why is that not impossible?
That is definitionally going against what God is, because I am.
You mean what we decided what we decided the definition was?
No, logically speaking, God is the immovable mover.
That's a cool story,
listen to
bro.
me. If something caused God, then whatever caused God is God.
Okay.
You can't just keep having this.
Maybe
causal
something
chain
else
that
created
goes
that
back
God.
in.
Exactly. So
Okay,
then
so
why
there's
jump to any God at all? If we don't know, then just say we don't know. How did the universe get
saying
here?
that there absolutely has to be an immovable mover. You are arguing that there is an infinite causal chain that goes backwards forever.
We don't know.
Which is.
I'm just saying. No, I didn't say we. I'm not saying I believe that. I'm saying that could be what we don't know. The answer is we don't know.
So you're agnostic on the issue.
Yeah, I have no knowledge of the issue.
Okay,
Neither
so
do you. But you're asserting knowledge. You think that a God did it, so you're the one who's making additional positive assertion. You therefore have the burden of proof. You just can't give some weird definition about some great thing, whatever, and think that that's going to suffice when you go define what it is you believe in. That's not going to show me truth. That's just going to show me a story you believe in. Right? We should not believe in extraordinary things based on just stories we've read. That's bad.
Yeah, no, that is bad. Of course it's bad.
Then you shouldn't do it.
I don't.
Well, you do.
I looked at all the evidence for it. Yeah,
okay.
It's great.
Okay.
I did. Dude, I was as militant of an atheist as you are.
I don't think the word militant and atheist go together, but that's fine.
I was
an atheist is just someone who's without belief in God. So, and everyone is born an atheist. So, we could say that there is no God, just like with as much confidence we can say that there is no tooth fairy or Tinkerbell. Right? We don't know that there is no Tinkerbell or tooth fairy. We're not going to give it serious consideration. For those same reasons, we should not give any God any serious consideration.
No, that's a straw man.
No, it's a fair analogy because neither one of those characters, including a God, have any evidence. They just have stories behind them. Spider-Man is a story. I don't believe in Spider-Man just because we wrote a comic book.
Well, no, I get it because we can't conceive of God.
Right. So then, why do we even believe in one if we can't even know anything about it?
To its potential. I mean. No, well, because he revealed himself through special and natural revelation.
I don't see how.
So you have the natural revelation. That's the cosmological argument. That's the theological argument.
Bad.
You have the modal ontological argument.
Okay.